I turned on the TV while I was waiting for my phone to reset, and just hearing Rudy Giuliani, and Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne Conway, well, I don't believe in their politics. I think is one of the most respected people from the GOP side in a very long time. You could tell when she's totally just doing her job and saying what she has to say to get through an interview. But unlike all the other crazy nut jobs that are out there for Trump, she actually can answer the question, and But Giuliani, holy crap! I used to like Rudy Giuliani. 9/11, he was our hero, and what the hell happened to Rudy Giuliani? Rudy Giuliani is like reminding me of like Strom Thurmond, like at his own funeral. You know what I mean? Like after he died, Strom Thurmond. That's how far gone Rudy Giuliani seems to me, and it's just sad because this guy is not an idiot, but either he's drunk the Kool-Aid himself, or he's just completely doesn't give a shit about truth. But I really think he believes, or he just believes like Donald Trump should be the president so bad that he'll say anything, right? And you can't say that doesn't happen on the Hillary side. I know it happens. It happens on both sides. But I'm not talking about the pundits. I'm not talking about the professional talking heads that just all they are capable of doing is memorizing talking points. And then when they're pushed farther, that's when they say the stupid shit like taco trucks on every corner, right? Because that's all they're capable of coming up with. If they have to improvise, it's sad. But I'm glad I didn't listen to them before going live before. It's just... I think I've wore myself out. I just ranted an hour almost angrily, and now after taking a break and taking a breath myself, I'm completely worn out. I'm completely exhausted by the process of the debate season, the election cycle since last summer, since Donald Trump. It's like been this, I don't even decide a roller coaster. It was like fun and kind of silly and talking about, oh, Donald Trump. Yeah, it's for real. He's really running. Oh, well, and holy shit, he's leading in the polls. Holy shit, he won the GOP nomination? What the fuck? GOP? What the fuck? I registered to be a Republican yesterday for the first time in about 10 years. Because the reason I blame myself for the GOP being so fucked up. Too many people like me left the GOP to the crazies. There are just as many crazies on the far left. Of course, they're not as scary, they're not as dangerous, but they're there. The crazies are there. They're just not as scary and dangerous. They're less about bigotry. They're more about, saving people from starving and shit. But there's crazies on the left. They're batshit crazies. And some of them are eco-terrorists. And some of them are, like WikiLeaks types. They're just conspiracy theorists on the left. They're out there. They're out there. I really believe the WikiLeaks folks are extreme liberals. They're like, oh, the liberal party is not liberal enough, so we got to tear them up, right? Just like the alt-right radio is to the GOP. Listening to Mark Levine and hearing these crazy nut jobs saying, once again, because they've already given up on Trump. They're already given up. They're already conceding. And they're pretty much like giving up the fact that they're probably going to lose the House and Senate the rate they're going. I don't think it's going to happen. Senate maybe. I really don't think they're going to lose the House. But they're all just saying F you to the GOP. And then these other guys saying, oh, is there any way we can have this new GOP and not let Mitch McConnell? It's like they're like the mean girls, right? Or like the bullies. They want to have like the snooty, like these like really low lifes. And they're not low lives because they're poor, but they're the ones that always complain about elitism. But yet they want to have their new little Republican Party that's not allowed to have Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan and John Boehner and the Fox News people because they're not conservative enough for us. So we can't we can't go out and form a new party. We just want to kick out like the ones that are like mildly conservative, you know, like. They want to reduce taxes and they want to reduce spending, but they don't want to like kill black people like us. So we need to get them out of like and kill the gays and kill the Muslims and wage war on everybody that doesn't look like us or sound like us or have education as dumb as shit as we are. We need to wage war on them. That's what we need to do. All right, I'm not going to go down. See, this is where I went yesterday and I did an entire second video just on this crazy, horrible character, but. Not all Republicans are batshit crazy. Not all Republicans are racists. Not all Republicans are homophobic. Not all Republicans are sexist. They're probably more sexist than the other two. Not all Republicans hate Mexicans, Muslims, Hindi, whatever. But it is time for the GOP to stop letting those idiots set the agendas. Because until you do, you're never going to win the White House. And until you do, this Republican is going to vote straight party line Democrat. Because we need to take back this country from the crazy shitheads that think they want to take back the country for, I don't know who they want to take back the country for. You're not doing any worse than you ever did. If maybe being uneducated is a worse place, education, I'm sorry, if you're left behind, you got to stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming everybody else. Because a lot of people that you grew up with said, this is bullshit, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, maybe the left and the right coast, the east and west coast, are far more liberal. Because it's made up with mostly people that ran away from your scary fucking ass. It turns out they were gay, and they said, we can't stay here. It turns out they were intelligent. They said, we can't stay here. Turns out they were a woman who doesn't want to be, owned by a guy. Or, told what to do because he worked basically just as hard as you did all day. Or whatever, for any reason. They left. They said, we're getting the fuck out of here. And you're complaining that the blacks and Mexicans and Muslims are moving in and the gays are moving in. I don't understand that either, because don't they realize what kind of shitstorm they're in for? But at the same time, I don't think they should not move in just because you're racist shitheads. Oh my God, my hair, I got the crazy hair. I'm just tired. I'm not that crazy. And I'm done ranting tonight. I hope, because what I really want, and I'm not calling out all Republicans. I'm not calling you out just because you're voting for Donald Trump. I'm calling out all real Republicans. The next time some asshole says you're not conservative enough, tell them to get the fuck out of your face. Same thing on the left. Next time somebody says, you're not extremely liberal enough, get the fuck out of my face. The only way we're going to take back our country and fix this place is to come back to the table. En masse. Have a good night, guys.